Hey folks, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live, and welcome to our second stream in the Shopping Street Lego Modular for 2026. Welcome to Brandon and Michael as well. Welcome to the stream. If you joined me in last week's stream, you would have seen us do the first 7 bags, and this is where we've ended up after that. We've got 4 minifigures here, sort of a band, child here in a band looking for music. We've got a plumber here who's going to fix the flood. I think this is the shop owner for the music shop, and also another customer here. It's probably the mum of the kid. And we started to build a music shop on this side and then a furniture store on this side. And around the back here we also started with a bin as well. So we're going to continue today picking up from bag 8. We'll do a couple of hours worth of building here, so probably get into sort of 15 area bags. There's 24 in the set, so we'll be doing at least a third stream to finish it off. Also, just before I came on there, I also put the poll for what we're going to stream next, so take a look at the community tab on YouTube if you want to cast your vote on what we're going to build after we finish the shopping street. So with all that, let's get cracking. Go into zoom mode. I'll crack open bag 8 and we'll continue our build. So to give you a closer look, this is where we got to from the top down here. You can see all the musical instruments inside the music shop here, and we built a nice brick built staircase that comes up on the side. And then we finished off last week where we were in the furniture shop over here. We built a couple of chairs, and we started to do some brickwork around the top here. And these are the minifigures, as I said earlier. So we've got the child and the mum, I think, and then we've also got the plumber and the store owner as well. So let's crack open bag 8, and you can see from the instructions we're going to continue in the furniture shop, and we're going to add another step into the entranceway. Got the Bricklink designer program sets coming out on Monday, I think, tomorrow. So looking to get a few of those sets as well, which would be quite cool. And do a live stream of those as well. So next up, we're going to start with these 3 2x2 jumper tiles, just to finish off the top of this step here. And then we'll do a window, which is a brown coloured frame here with a glass insert. We're going to stick a couple of black jumper tiles on top of these as well. Well, I found the first one straight away, and now I can't find the second one. Where are you? There you are. So I put those 2 jumper tiles on there, and then this is going to sit on these jumper tiles over this side, and then next to that we're going to get 6 1x1 round dark orange pieces, and we're just going to snap these together to create a column. 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then it's going to go just behind the 1x1 in this corner here. 6 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm suspicious there because that one is more level than that one. But I think we're good. I'm just being overly suspicious that that's not level. Let's carry on. Then we're going to get a 1x1 in dark orange. We've got a 1x1x3 and a 1x1 and a third. And we're going to stick the 1x1 and 1 1/3 together. And then a 1x1x3, and that's going to go in front here. And you get another couple of 1x1 and 1/3, and a couple of pill-shaped plates, and some regular 1x2 plates. Snap the 2 1x2 plates together. They're going to go on the end to level up this wall here. And our 2 pill-shaped pieces are going to snap together, and they're going to go into the 1x1x3 to make a column here. That's going to go into a rounded piece here like that. So you can see those round pieces there cover that gap that you would have had. Then sliding this out of the way, we start with a 2x6 dark orange piece, and then we're going to stick a 1x1 squished brick in reddish brown in the top corner there like that, followed by a couple of 1x1 round plates just in each of the other corners as well. And then we'll stick another 2 more of these 1x1 rounds on the front here to make it look like this. And then across here we're going to stick a dark bluish grey 1x4 with studs on the side, and another peel piece here in dark bluish grey too. That's going to go on top of our window, so come back over here. That sits just upon our window there like that. Then we're going to do an awning that's going to go over the top. So we've got the blue colours here, and we're going for some yellow too. So we've got these yellow and blue colours. And some curved pieces too. And we'll start with our blue 1x2 here, add our yellow curved piece, and our blue one. And then we're going to add our cutaway pieces here in blue and yellow to create that kind of awning effect there. Oh cool, bag 19, is that the, you're still doing the, finishing the hole, is that? Before you get to the disc part, or the deck. I believe how big that Star Trek Enterprise is. Still haven't found anywhere to put it yet, still sat on the floor. So these are the 2 awning pieces, and then they'll go straight into our 1x4 with studs on the side here. And that gives us, ooh, I can't pick this up, gives us that kind of effect there, hanging down. Next up, we're going to get another 1x1 1/3, and then we're going to add some cheese wedges into here, and we're going to alternate the colours between dark orange and reddish brown here. These out. Then we're going to stick another 1x1 1/3, and we'll stick a double cheese wedge, dark orange, and another one. Another double cheese wedge goes in there. And then we'll do another 1x1 1/3. And then we've got the single cheese wedges, which is dark orange. And then we'll put a double cheese wedge on, which is then gonna go over there by our stud. And then this is gonna sit in here to really, the new technique, really close that gap we had there with the round pieces on, which is quite a cool one. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think it was when the dish starts, bag 19 roughly. Oh cool. And we've got 1x2, got 1x1, we've got the 1x1 plate, and then we have a 1/4 cheese wedge. So at the top here we stick our 1/4 cheese wedge, not cheese wedge, tile even, 1/4 circle tile, put it right. 1x1 plate goes on next, and our 1x2 here goes on, and then we have our 1x1 just behind to bring that up. Then we have 1x1 plate in dark bluish grey, another squished brick, 2 1x1 round plates, and then we have an inverted slope piece, if I can see it. There it is, and we're going to stick the 1x1 plate onto this piece here, Hey Rick, welcome to the stream, hope you're good. Good morning to you. And this is going to stick this inverted piece over here, over our sort of alleyway. Then we're going to stick our 1x1 round plates together. It's going to go at the front, and then we've got our squished brick, which is just going to go in between there. Then we move over to the doorway here, so we've got one of these wider frames, and we're going to stick some glass door inserts in here, so we have a double door. I do like these double door inserts, quite like these entrance ways. We saw that in the boutique hotel as well, I think, if my memory serves me right. So there's our doors, and then we're going to put some door handles on these. So for the door handles, we've got the gold 1x1 round plates with holes in, and then we're going to stick some tusks or horns, which are in dark tan colour. Double check I'm not supposed to put dark tan coloured. Sometimes the colouring on these instruction manuals is a little tricky. So there's one cow horn. There's another one. There's a little movement. So there's our doors. That's going to go onto our jumper tiles here. Kind of how the front of the shop's looking. Next up we'll do the part that goes over the doorway, so we're going to get a sign going here. So we start with a 2x6 again. We're going to stick a 2x2 modified with studs on the side. It's going to go in here like this, and then we'll stick some 2x3 plates, coming off either side. Gives us a bit of a stud overlap here. And then what we're going to do is we'll stick a pill-shaped plate on the ends. Then we'll stick some 1x2 bricks, 4 of these, going around this modified piece, like this. And then we're going to stick another pill-shaped plate in the middle here. And then we'll stick another one coming off the back here by one stud. And in the front there we'll stick a 1x1 regular plates just in front, so we've got something like this at the moment. Then we are going to get some more 1x1 plates and some upward facing single brackets in black. Here we're going to stick our 1x1 plates into the base like this. They're going to go in here either side. Like that in there. Then we'll stick another couple of these pill plates. Easier said than done. One there, one there. Then on the front here we're going to get some dark green 1x1 plates with clips, and we're going to stick these onto our brackets. 4 of these. Ends up with something like this. And we'll stick this over the doorway. So this is going to go over there like that. This is kind of what we've got at the moment. Then we're going to add a couple more pill plates, and then we've got the longer dark green horn pieces. First off the pill pieces, one goes here, one goes on this side, and then these are going to clip into the lower clips just above the door. Looks like this in the rain. Then we get a shield here which has got a print on it already, which is like a furniture shop print. That's going to slide onto a full length rod over here, supposedly, like this. And then we can clip that into our clips above the horn. Something like this. kind of see. Trying to tilt it too much without everything falling out. And then we're going to build some lights that are going to go either side. So we're going to build 2 of these. So we've got this 1x1 round with a bar on it. We're going to need 2 of those. We also need 4 1x1 rounds. A couple of gold ones. We've got some diamonds. We have a couple of spearheads. And we have a couple of 1x3 fill pieces. And finally, we'll have some semicircle tiles here. And we start off with the 1x1 round going into a 1x1 bar piece. Then on top of that we'll stick a gold 1x1 round, and then the diamond piece goes in the top of that. Let's make it look like this. Do that again. Then we'll flip that over. We're going to stick a 1x1 round black piece on the bar piece. Whoa. And then our spear pieces are going to go into the ends here, something like this. And then we get our 1x3 pill thing, stick our semicircle tile into that, and then that's going to go over the end here, so we end up with something like this. And then these will go other side here. So first one goes in here, other one on this side. So then hopefully, you can see that loads of lights hang either side of our doorway now. Then we're going to add some more plates and bricks. So we need an archway here that we've got. We have a 1x2 plates, 1x3 brick, 2x6 plate. We have a corner plate. We have a triangle tile and a corner plate. I've got that out already. I think that's it. Let's try. So first off, our archway is going to go over the alleyway here and join the 2 buildings together. Then our 1x3 is going to go in here. Ouch. Then our corner plate goes on there with our 1x2 just in front. That levels that off. Then our triangle piece going at the back here. And then our 2x6 goes above our window and awning piece. Then we've got another detail that's going in the alleyway. For that we're going to need a candlestick in black, a 1x1 clip in black, need a tap piece, a couple of 1x1 plates in dark bluish grey, and to start us off we'll snap the 1x1 plates together. Then our 1x1 with the clip goes on top, and we'll stick a tap underneath upside down, and then we'll stick a candle into that tap to make something like this. This is going to sit over here into this space here and line up with the drain pipe that we had hanging out the back by the look of things. We've got a 1x6, 1x12, a 1x3 brick, a couple of 1x2 log bricks, and 3 more pill-shaped plates. Those pill-shaped plates snap together, 3 of them like that, and they're going on the corner here, followed by a log brick, which then has our 1x3, and then our 1x6 will just fill this side up, Then we'll stick a log brick this side, and then our 1x12 goes on across there. Then we're going to add some tiles as we normally do for modular buildings. We've got a 2x3, we've got a couple of modified 1x4s, a 1x8, 1x2. We have a white corner tile too, and a couple of dark bluish grey 1x4s. Those tiles go across here, these 1x4s. In this corner here as well, our white corner tile goes in. Then over this side are 2x3, and our 1x2, and our modified 1x4. 1x8 goes on, and then another modified 1x4 goes at the end. Then coming down this way, we have a printed tile here that says big sale for furniture. That's actually going to go on the front, where we've got a 1x1 1/3 studs for the window. We'll have a pill shaped tile that's going in here. Line up properly. Then a 2x4 here. The 2x6 is going to go across the doorway. Then we have a 1x3. Another modified 1x4. Another pill shaped piece going at the end here, and then a 1x8. It's going to run down there. And there's a note here that says this whole building puts the angle of the previous one right back onto the grid. So just to give you a view there, we've had a little sales poster on the outside there by the window. Then we're going to get a 2x2. We've then got these medium nugget curved pieces, and this is going to be sort of the, I want to say, a reverse awning if you like, or balcony maybe, for the other shop. So we start with the 2x2 going into these curved pieces, then these pieces go at the back to give us this kind of dome shape, like a hamburger. Then on here we're going to stick some 1x1 clip pieces in this side and this side. Then we've got inverted 2x2s rounds, just to make sure we're all secure here. And then this is going to go onto these bars here, upside down, so we get a curved top above this window. And that's it for bag number 9, and in fact I think that's it for that whole lower level. So you can kind of see here, go to the main camera actually, so you can see this is what we've got. Let me just zoom in a little bit. You can see the front there with the sign, and we've got this curved piece over here which is going to have a balcony on top, and then you can see the progress so far. So that's it for the bottom level. Now let's move up. Let's move up now to the second level, where we'll open bag number 9. So there are going to be lots of plates in these first few bags as we start to map out the floor for the second level. And hopefully you can see sort of faded out here, this is kind of what we're going to be focused on or building now. So we have this nice white area here with a nice balcony, and then we have above the music shop on the other side. So to kick us off, we get this 2x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 in tan colour, and then we have a larger 6x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we're just going to add a 1 stud overlap there on that, so it looks like this. Then at the end we're going to add a 1x4 pill piece here. It's going to go 2 studs over here. Then we'll add a couple of these 4x6 plates in tan colour, and a 1x6 as well. And then we'll do the 1x6 here, followed by our 4x6, and another 4x6 this way. Then we get yet another 4x6. That's going to go out. Oh, hang on. I did do it wrong. Hold that front door. Made a mistake. That 2x actually needs to go completely over. I totally missed that. There's a 1 stud overhang. Looks like a 1 stud overhang. Let's try that again. So we're going to go right across here this time. Put this on here. This goes in here. This way, and then this way. And we can flip this over, and we need some 1x3 plates in white, and we have a larger corner plate somewhere. Larger corner plate goes here, and a 1x3, and a 1x3 down this side. Then we get a 2x3 and a cutaway piece here, goes in there, in here, flip that back over. We then have a 1x2, we have a cutaway tile, and somewhere we'll have a wedge piece. It's going to go in here. Our tile goes on, and then our pill shape goes on there. Then we get this large wedge piece here. This is going to go underneath here to fit in. Then on here we're going to get a couple of these reddish brown 1x2 tiles. We have a small wedge, a pill-shaped plate, a 1x3 and a 2x2 plate. So we're going to put the 2x2 here in our tile, in our pill shape in our tile. And then here we'll put a 1x3 and our wedge to follow that straight edge coming out there. Then we get a 2x6 and another wedge, 2x6 runs across here, and we'll stick our wedge piece on there. Next up we have one of these inverted curved pieces, if you like, and we have a corner plate, 1x1 plate, 2x6, a couple of 1x6s, and a wedge. And we'll start with this white piece, if I can pick it up, and then we'll run a 1x6 plate this way, and then we'll have another 1x6 this way, and then we're going to add actually a white 1x6. Ooh, it's not 1x6. 1x6 down this way, 1x1 plate this way, and then we're going to add a 2x6 this way with a 1x1 under there as well. Then we'll add our corner plate here. Get this orientation right because I'm bound to mess it up. And then that goes on the end like that. And then this is going to run this way. Give us a gap here. Is that right? No, my alignment has gone slightly wonky somewhere because I'm not quite where I should be. So corner there, 1x6. One there, that one there. That bit as well? No, that's right, isn't it? Why do I not line up? It goes there. right orientation, right? Not quite right. I think it goes like that. It's better. And then this fits in around here. Put that to the side. We're gonna get a 2x3 here. Gonna add a 1x4. So I have 2 studs overhanging, and then we'll get a 6x6 here. Just run that in there. And we'll add a 2x2 plate here, 2x3 right angle to it. And we have this wedge piece here that goes in, followed by another 2x3, another wedge piece here, and then we've got quarter tiles in here, and a 2x6 going to run across here. Then we'll flip this over here, run a longer plate there, and a 2x3 just in here. Then flipping this back round again, then we can add this wedge in here. Then we have a white wedge going underneath. Then we should be able to add this wedge here, and then a 1x3 with a 1x1 just on the end here. So that extends out. And then a bit of magic here. This is going to then I never get the orientation of this plate wrong. Certain elements just doesn't compute in my brain sometimes. So these two just wedge in here to give us this nice angle look like that. Hey Brandon, welcome back. So now this is done, on this edge here we're going to put some 4 upward facing brackets, and 2 either side here, 1 here, there. There we go. Then with that done, we're then going to get a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. One of those. We have a 1x6. We have a couple of corner plates. We have some 1x1 plates, semicircle tile, what am I missing? Semicircle tile, and a 1x1 brick. So we'll start with our 2 corner plates snapping together. Into that we put our semicircle piece there, followed by some 1x1 plates. Side there. This is going to go in the corner here, followed by a 1x6. And this one, oh, I never do that. I missed that 1x1. It goes in first. Then our 1x6. And we've got that down there. So we've got a wall going on that way. Then across the back, one of these in, then we have a 1x2, then we're going to get a 1x4, stick a 1x3 plate on it twice, stick a semicircle tile on the end there. It's going to go in here, followed by a 1x3 brick. Then we're going to get red, 2x3 here, a couple of 1x3s, a pill shape, and some 2x2 modified plates as well. Coming down this end, we'll stick a white pill shape on here, 1x3, then we've got our light bluish grey. Stick our 2x3 red piece, and we're going to put a white 1x3 on top, and then another one of these modified pieces like that. I'm going to put some red tiling in here, so we've got 2 reds of these, 2 cutaway ones, actually 3 of those. We have 3 triangle tiles, 1 by 1, 1 by 1 red tiles 2. So starting here, I'm going to put a corner plate. I'm also missing a 1 by 4 plate. It's going to go across here. Then we have a triangle tile in here somewhere. Looks a bit wonky that, but I think that's right. And we have another one going this way. We have a cutaway going around here somewhere. Let's go inside first. This is a little tricky here. Cutaway this way, the 1 by 1 here, corner one here, cutaway here, triangle this way, and then our white 1 by 1 plate goes on there. It's a little confusing there, but that's what we've got on the flooring front. Then we've got a dark red 1 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's going to run across here. Then we get a 1 by 4 here. We've got a semicircle white tile. And a 1 by 1 plate. It's going to go on there. And then also we have a 1 by 2 plate, dark red, that goes in the middle there. Then we've got one of these curved pieces. It's going to go round. Over this side in dark red, we're going to add 2 by 3. We have a quarter tile, and then we have a macaroni tile somewhere. There it is. It's going to go over there like that. So that's what we've got so far. Let's enter bag 9, opening bag 10. Start with a 4 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Going to add 1 by 2 here, 1 by 6 down this side, and then a 1 by 3 fill piece this way. Then we get a longer plate here. Then we have a really large wedge piece here. It's going to go inside. We flip this over. That's then going to get covered with some wedge pieces, so not that one. This one goes this way. Then a 2 by 2 goes here, wedge here, and then we'll stick another one out this way. Then we have a 2 by 6 that goes underneath, and then a wedge here underneath as well. Put that down, we get a trapezium shape here. Gonna stick a wedge there, 2 by 6 here. So we'll cut away a piece underneath here to level that off. Then a 1 by 8. That's going to run across here. Then we'll add a 1 by 6 underneath there. 1 by 6 this way. Another one in white going across as well. Put that down. Get a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Run a 1 by 4 right angle to that. Then we have a trapezium piece. And another 1 one of these wedge pieces under here. Then we need a 2x4 plate, followed by a 2x6 going this way. Another 2x4 going this way and this way. And we put a wedge piece in here, and one in here. And we get a 1x6, add a pill piece to the end with a wedge. Add this to the end here as well to prolong this triangle out even further. Then we've got a reddish brown piece here going that way. And this is going to connect here with our pill piece. So it just connects like this. And underneath here, in this gap, we're going to stick a hinge piece and bring those two pieces together. And then round the edge of these, we're going to add some plates. So we have a 3 1x3s, a couple of 1x2s, corner plates, pill tile, 1x8. So we start with a 1x3 here, then a corner plate, and a 1x2, 1x6, 1x3 this way. And we've got our pill tile. Then we've got our longer plate here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1x3 there, and then 1x2 just in there to go around the outline. Then we've got some dark tan pieces. We've got 1x4 dark tans, 6 of these, and a 1x2. We'll need another hinge piece as well, and then we get 3 1x1s in reddish brown too. We'll start by snapping 2 1x4s together, and then going on here, and another one here, our 2 1x1s going in here, and a 1x4, and a 1x4. 1x1 here, followed by our hinge. It's going to go on. Connect those two together. Added that round there like that. Then this is going to connect here, which is the this is where the alleyway is on our set. So just need to push that in. So this is the next level, sort of the frame. Then we've got a 1x3 corner plate, 1x2, 1x1 in white. Starting with our corner here, stick a 1x3 on, 1x2, 1x1. This is going to go in here to connect these two together. And then we get 5 reddish brown 1x2 pill pieces. They're going to run across here. Just like that. And that's the end of bag 10. Although somewhere I missed a... Did I miss a 2x4 at the front? Yeah, missed a 2x4 there. Really, when that happens. Right, so that's that done. Then we'll, as I said, open bag number 11. So we're going to start with the staircase from the other level, if you remember. So it looks like this is going to go on. And for that we need a pink 1x2, we need 3 reddish brown ones, we need 3 Erling bricks, we have a black 1x1 brick, and we should have a 1x2 black tile. Start with the Erling brick, going to stick a reddish brown plate onto the front stud, stick another one into the back, another 1x2, then our pink plate goes on, our 1x1 brick, our Erling brick goes in sideways, then we have a 1x1 plate goes on, 1x2 plate, and then a black tile. So end up with that. Remember, that's our staircase. This is going to go on over here. Then for some walls, we got these 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12s, 1x8, 1x2, and a couple of 1x3 white bricks, 1x3 in here, and a longer brick, 1x8 goes across here, 1x2, 1x3. Then we're building more for the staircase. So we'll snap a couple of 1x4 plates together. Then we have this T bracket here, it's going to go on the ends with a 1x3 plate at the back. We then have an upward facing Erling brick going into that back bit. Then we'll stick a 1x4 here and a 1x1. Then we've got a 1x3 tile. And then in here we're going to stick a pink plate, 1x2 with 2 studs on the side, a 1x2 plate, and then another black tile on top. Then we'll get 2 white 1x2 plates, snap them together, stick a downward facing bracket onto those, then a reddish brown 1x2 into the side, and then this fits into the end here like that. And this is forming the next part of the staircase. It goes over this gap here. It's quite cool. Then we get a couple of 1x8 bricks in white, 1x1 plate, semicircle one, and a downward facing one here. Need 3 of these 1x1s, one above, one below the bracket. It's going on the end. And we have a 1x8. Then we'll stick another 1x1 on top of our squished semicircle brick here. Goes on here, and then another 1x8. 1x8, 1x3, and the bracket. Then we have a 1x1 plate, semicircle brick, what am I missing? A 1x1 brick, a 1x1 brick. There it is. So we start with this 1x3, stick 1 plate on the end there, goes here. Then we get our downward facing bracket, we'll stick our 1x1 brick on top, and then we'll stick our semicircle brick on the lower stud there, goes in here, and our 1x8 goes across there. just covers in that gap we would have there. Then we've got one longer bricks, a couple of 1x3s, a 1x2, some downward facing brackets, a couple of 1x1s, 1x2, 1x8, get our 1x2 here, downward facing bracket on the end here. Then we have a 1x3, 1x8, 1x2, our longer brick here. Then we get a 1x3 here. We'll add our downward facing bracket and a 1x1 plate on top. Just to build the wall up there. Still going to go a bit further here. So now we'll do the bit for the staircase. Make sure people don't fall off. So we get a 1x3 plate in black. You can add inverted slope piece somewhere on the ends. And a 1x2 black plate. Then we've got a 1x2 tile. 1x1 plate to level that off. Then we'll stick a 1x1 round on the upward facing part. And then we'll stick this longer rod piece into there like that, stick up. That's going to go across the stairs like that. Then continuing the staircase, 1x2 with studs on the side, stick a pink plate on top, and a 1x2 with studs on the side, 1x2 here, 1x2 with a clip. Then in the bottom here we'll stick a 1x1 plate and an inverted curved piece, like the lower part. That's going to clip into here. Let's sit on the angle there to start to give us a sweeping staircase. And then we do two of these next ones. So it's a 1x2s with studs on the side, stick a pink plate on top, then another 1x2 plate, we've got a 1x2 with a clip. We're going to stick a microphone piece in here as well, and the bar with a wall. And then like the other ones as well, we'll stick some 1x1s and the inverted curve piece in too. And then we'll add these. Use that sort of sweeping staircase look there. Then add some more wall here. So we get this 1x1 squished piece here, semicircle with stud on the side, stick a plate on top, come back to that, then we'll stick a 1x4 here, Then we get a 1x2 plate. We'll add 2 of these squished semicircle pieces to the base of the plate, and then that's where we'll stick our clips on here. It goes in next. We have a 1x2 in this piece, then a 1x4. 2 of these run across, and then our longer brick goes on there. Then more staircase pieces. I'm going to stick a pink plate on top. Oh, sorry to hear you got a cold, Brandon. I hope you feel better soon. And we'll stick our inverted piece here. And this time the 1x1 goes behind it. Then we'll stick our bar with a ball and microphone into here. Then we've got a 1x1 plate there, and then we have this black quarter piece there. This goes up to here. On the staircase. And we've got a downward facing bracket with a plate on the base. Goes on the ends. Then we'll add a 1x4 semicircle piece and a single semicircle piece at the top. Make sure we've got a curved end there. Then over here we're going to stick a 1x2 round pill shape there. Another brick here. 1x4 brick here. Another longer one here as well. Then we've got a door here. Solid door in brown with a gold handle on. We've got the end of our staircase, and then on here we're going to build a little wall that's going to cover up that gap. So we start with these 1x1 1/3 studs on the side, 3 of these stuck together. Then we'll add a 1x3 plate, 1x2, and then we've got this 1x1 squished piece here. Then we'll add 1x2, 1x3, and then we've got some panel pieces that run across the top here too. And that's going to go here where our doorway just went in there to cover the gap there. Oh, welcome MWM Games, welcome to the channel. Then at the top here we are going to get a 1x5. We have a corner plate here, 2x4. Hey, welcome to the stream too. Then we've got 1x6. We're going to add the 1x6 here and put our 2x4 tile. Then we're going to run 1x5 here, followed by our corner piece there. This is going to slide down our pole we've got there, and then stick in here. So we've ended up staircase coming up like that. Then we get 3 1x6 plates, a couple of 1x3s, also 1x3 pill shaped, 1x2, 1x1. I'm going to run the 1x3 here, 1x2, then we'll run our 1x6 across the doorway. This is where our 1x1 pops in, then we'll run 1x6, a 1x3 here, 1x3 after the black piece, and then 1x6 there. Just adding that up. I'm glad you love Lego. You've come to the right place. Then we're going to add some furniture into this room now. So we've got a couple of 2x2 rounds with a stud in the middle, a pill-shaped piece here. We've got Harry Potter wands, 2x2 round, reddish brown cone somewhere, there it is, and then a couple of 1x1 clip plates. So we've got this blue 2x2 going on our 2x2 brick here, and then we're going to add our pill piece going across, followed by a couple of these 1x1 clips. Going to add the Harry Potter wands into those clips. We need both of these. My favourite set changes all the time, I think. Modular buildings are my favourite genre. One of my favourite sets was the Harry Potter set, actually, that we built. Death Star wasn't too bad, actually, and I also quite like Titanic. We've got live streams of all of those, actually, I think, except for the Harry Potter one. But then this dish goes with this cone here. We're going to add that on the floor here, and then 2 studs over. Add this one in. So we've got something like this at the moment. Then moving on, we're going to get some tan coloured rods here. We've got some 4 red flower pieces, 2 gold dish pieces, and a couple of reddish brown 1x1 rounds with pins on. I'm going to stick those onto the dishes, actually. These are like symbols, I think. These are actually going to go into the wall, into the studs that we put on earlier. And then these flowers go each end here. You're going to clip. Not sure if these are like those dance pole things that people parade in. Don't know what they're called. So we've got something like this coming on. And then we've got a drum. So drum here, we've got a printed tile to give us like a bit of a drum skin, I suppose. Then we've got a 2x2 round with the holes on. Tile goes on top. We'll stick some pins in here with studs on each side. Then we'll stick a white 1x1 round with a pin on the end. We'll get one of these bracket pieces here and stick a clip on it. And then we can put this onto the pin to make something like this. And then this can sit on like this. I think that's the end of this bag, is it? Yes, that's the end of bag 11. Bag 12, doing for time. Oh yeah, on the schedule. We'll try to get to like bag 15 this week. 15 or 16 would be good. Out of 24. Reminder, if you missed the start of the stream, you can go over to the YouTube channel community tab and vote on what we stream next after we finish this modular building. There's 4 choices to choose from. So we're going to get our next or 5th minifigure here. So we've got another person that's from a band. So they've got the purple tunic on again, hairpiece. They're carrying a cupcake. And I'm missing the little white legs. There they are. So shorter white legs, as it's a child. One facial expression, which has got a smile with some freckles as well. She's got the hair here, and then, as I said, she's carrying a cupcake. They have also given you the option, as you can see on the instructions, that you can take her hair off if you want, and she can wear the band's hat as well. So There's our next minifigure. Going back to the build. Over here we're going to stick a couple of tan 1x2s here with studs on the side. Go on the end of where our balcony is going to go. Then we get a 2x3 in white, add a tan 1x2 and a white 1x2. And then we've got some curved pieces as well. White one there. And a tan coloured one on top here. It goes down this side. And then we do the same for the other side. This goes on these brackets here. Something like that at the moment. Then we get a 2x2 here, studs on the side. Got a couple of 1x2 with slider plates as well. There was one, where's the other one? There it is. We've got a regular 1x2 plate too. And then we've got some more of our curved pieces in white and tan. Start with our grey 2x2 modified here. Going to add a white 1x2 plate, and then we're going to add our curved pieces here. This is going to go at the front of our balcony. We'll add our 1x2 slider pieces either side there then, like this, and this is going to sit in the front here to give us a balcony like this. Then of course every balcony needs some flowers, so we've got a pill piece here, red flower, green leaf, green clip, green flower here. So we start with our pill piece, got our clip and our flower on, and put our large leaf on the clip, and then our red flower goes in like that. And we're going to stick that on the front of the balcony there like that. And some detail for the balcony. We are going to get a white 1x1 with a stud on. Going to stick a couple of 1x1 plates on top. Then onto that we're going to stick a big archway with a 1x2 plate on top. Then we've got a cutaway brick here going in the back, followed by a 1x3 plate here, downward facing bracket, and then our curved piece here. Then over the other side we get a downward facing bracket over here. And then in here we've got one of these fancy line type pieces. Goes in there like that. And this is going to go onto the ends over here. As it comes out it looks like this. Then while we're over there, we're going to get a 1x3 pill piece. We then have some curved semicircle pieces. If I can see them. Can I see them? We've got two 1x1 ones as one. There's the other one. Then a 1x4 one, which always hide for me because they're usually upside down, so I don't notice that they're curved. There it is. And these are going to go firstly up here. This is our 1x1 and our 1x4 goes on. Then our 1x1 goes in. We end up with these curved bits here. And then our 1x3 just goes on top there to level all that off. Then we need a doorway onto the balcony, so we get one of these reddish brown frames. We've got our door going in with a gold handle piece. Looks like the door opens inwards and it goes in here like that. There you go. Yeah, you got to do the stuff you like, man, that's for sure. Then we're going to add the other detailed piece, so we get the 1x1 plate. And we're going to add 2 of those together. And then we've got a 1x1 with studs on the side here. Goes in, and our archway comes on. Ready once we've got our couple more 1x1s on. And up here we stick our 1x2 plate, and then we've got a 1x1 brick going in the back again. And we've got a downward facing bracket piece and a 1x3 plate. And on the end here we'll put another curved piece, and then we've got our vine piece again going in this stud here. And this goes the other side of our doorway, and we've got something looking quite cool like that. Then we're going to add some columns here, you can see, so we're going to go for some candles. We need 6 candles, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get some 1x1 rounds with pins on, and we get a couple of 1x2 pill type pieces. I'm going to start with the pill pieces and stick our pins on. Then we've got 3 of our candles to make the column. Just do that again for the other one. And then these are going to go either side of our flower bed here at the front. Need to move that leaf over a little bit. So we've got something like this. Then for the top of that sort of balcony, we need a little frame here. So we start with the corner plate here. 1x4 here, and another corner plate here, 1x3. Then we have some macaroni corner plates. This we'll stick a 1x2 tile in the middle here to connect these. Then we've got some macaroni tiles to cover up here. One there, one here. Underneath here we'll stick a 1x4 round piece to make sure that's nice and strong, and then this should connect into our candles and the rest of our balcony frame there. End up with something like this. How cool is that? It's a nice looking balcony, as balconies go. Then inside on this pedestal stand here, we're going to add another piece of musical interest. So we've got a 2x2 round tile with a stud on, stick a cone on there, and we have a 1x1 with a bar in top. It's going to be a music stand. For that we need a 2x2 plate, and add a jumper tile onto it. And we have a black panel piece. I'm actually going to stick a letter on it, rather than a sheet of music. And then that's going to sit on there. So we've got something like this. going to take pride of place here, in the middle there. Then over here we're going to build a wall up, so the wall gets a 1x6, 1x2, stick a 1x3 on. Then we've got a dark tan 1x1 with studs on, stick a 1x1 on that, another 1x2 with studs on, 1x3, 1x2. Then we're going to add two 1x6 bricks on the top to give us a wall that looks like this. This goes outward facing for the studs over in this corner there. Then we'll have another doorway here. This time it's a solid door in brown, again with a golden door handle on. That leads us into this other area. Before we get into there, we have a large macaroni piece here that we did on the level before. It connects the door to the wall. We have a 1x1 there, and then two 1x2 plates over here. Then we'll add a macaroni tile onto this, and then we'll tile the rest of this now, as we do with the other modular buildings. So we have a 1x4 modified here, a pill piece going into here, a 1x1, then we have a 1x6, another 1x6, another 1x1, and our modified ones, another modified one here, 1x3, 1x6 here, another 1x6, then a pill piece goes in here. I think we're done with all the tile in there, and that brings us up to bag 13. And we're going to get the furniture maker minifigure in this one. Few green bits here, so we might do some flowers. This bit out the way, and we'll get the minifigure details first. She also has a hammer, I can't see. Where are you, hammer? What's a brush? I can see a brush, but I can't see a hammer. Where are you? Oh, there it is. So they've got overalls on here with a leather apron printed on the front. AGG, welcome to the stream. Printed on the back as well. They have some two facial expressions, one with a smirk on, and then one with a smile on. They've got protective goggles on as well. No, I don't wear two watches. One's a Whoop band and one's a watch. I'm always keeping my eye on the Lego sets, that's for sure. And then we've got a hammer there as well. So there's the furniture person, lady. And then moving back to this next level, we're going to start to build out this side of the set now. So we've got a 1x4 of our tan going on here. And we're going to build a little wall up here with some plates. So we start with a 1x2 and a 1x3, and we've got an upward facing bracket as well. It's going to go in over here. Then we get a couple of 1x4 plates, a 1x1 and a 1x3. So we're going to add two 1x4s, going to snap together. They're going to go in here, then our 1x3 here, and then 1x1 goes just on the end there. Then as we come over here to build this wall up a bit further, we've got a couple of 1x2s, we've got 1x1 outward facing bracket, a couple of 1x1 plates. We have a black Erling brick as well. So the black Erling brick is going to go on the end here with our 1x2 there. And I missed a 1x3 plate here, right, to level this off. No one told me. Then a 1x2 goes on there. Then we have a 1x1. Then we're going to stick these 1x1 plates into the base of this bracket. And that goes in just behind this bracket. Then we get one small window here with the insert going in. That's going to sit over here. Then we get a couple more 1x2 bricks. Got 3 1x1 plates. Got a 1x2 plate, and then we get 2 reddish brown 1x1 plates with clips on. We're going to stick in the bottom of this 1x2 a 1x1 plate, and our clip's going to go into the base of that to give us something like this. And we'll stick one at the top, a 1x1 in here, then we'll stick a 1x2 plate on top, so we end up with this clip piece here that's going in this gap facing with the clips outwards, then a 1x2 here, and then our 1x1 other one's going next to our window over here. So this is what we've got so far on this side. Then we're going to stick a window like this, opens upwards. Stick the glass in there. It's going to go on a 2x4 that has a printed letter on here, which I guess a pigeon's probably going to steal. So it's going to sit in our gap here as a window ledge. Then we have a corner brick going in, a 1x1 brick here. Then we have a 1x2 brick, another 1x1, and then a 1x4 brick goes on there in the corner. Then we need another 1x4, 1x2, upward facing brackets, and again a couple of 1x1 plates. Stick the 1x4 here, 1x2, and then we're going to add these 1x1s to the top and the bottom of this bracket piece in there as well, like this. It's going to sit on the end. Then we have a written checklist printed tile here, like a memo, sort of Lego handwriting, better than my handwriting. Then we've got a couple of 1x2 plates. We have a 1x1 plate. We've got a 1x2 with 2 studs on the side, and we're going to have some 1x1 plates with clips on. One of these, oh, it's only one clip actually, got to put the other one back. I'm going to stick the clip on here, and our memo to-do list is going to go on the other stud there like that. It's going to sit next to the window over here. Then I've also missed, we're going to get a 1x2 here, stick a reddish brown clip on that. 1x1 there, and another 1x2 on, and then that's going to go again, clip on the outside into this corner. Then we're going to stick our semicircle pieces here, got a 1x1, 1x4, they're going on the brackets that we've been adding here. Goes on there. That curved end there. Then we've got our broom, which is going to clip into our next to our to-do list with a bucket. Which has a gold handle. as I push it in, of course, and the handle pops off. So there we go, just stuck the broom next to the to-do list. Then we'll add some more walls. We've got 1x6, 3 1x4s. 1x4 goes here, another one here, and our 1x6 and 1x4. Then we're changing colour, going dark bluish grey. Squished brick 2 and another 1x1 with a clip on. We're going to add that to the squished brick. And we'll start with a 1x3 here, then our clip goes outwards, then our long brick, then our 1x2 goes in here. Then if we flip around the outside, you can see what we've ended up with those clips and those studs. So we're going to build a little birdhouse, I think, which is probably where the pigeons are hanging about. And we've also got the drain pipe as well. So we start with this drain pipe. We've got an antenna going in first, then we've got a 4-length rod piece, so that's our drain pipe going in the corner there. And then for our birdhouse, we start with a 1x1 plate. We're going to add a single bracket piece in tan colour. Then on that, we're going to stick a 1x1 round pin piece. Then we get one of these squished semicircle pieces, and we'll stick our semicircle tile on. It's going to push into our pin, so it looks like this, kind of birdhouse. It's going to go into our Erling brick next to, I think it's a birdhouse, must be a birdhouse, right? It goes into next to the window there, next to where our letter is sitting on the windowsill. It's a carrier pigeon, is that what it is? Carrier pigeons? And then we're going to make some ivy or some foliage for outside. So for that we've got this large leaf, small leaf. We'll need 9 little heart-shaped green pieces. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need a couple of shoots as well. Starting with this large leaf piece, we're going to stick a tile on the end here. Then we're going to sort of go around the edges of this. We'll add a shoot into this final section here. And then for this leaf, missing a heart here. Let's get another one. Going on there, and then a shoot goes in the base there like this, and these are going to go onto here. So then, ooh, this is what we've ended up with. Some foliage on the outside there, growing up. Then we're going to build a table. It's going to sit in the corner here, or a little desk. So we get a 3x3 plate here, add a 1x2 tile, and another one. And we've got a 2x2 jumper tile. And then we'll flip this over. We'll stick a corner, so stick a cone in each corner for the legs. These are in brown. And in that gap we're going to stick a downward facing bracket here. Oh, I've just knocked a leg off. And then into that bracket we're going to stick a 1x1 clip piece again. I'm going to stick a 1x1 round with a pin transparent into that jumper tile there. And then we get a painter's brush. Clipping it in here. Artist desk. This is where they paint the furniture that goes in the shop. I don't know, it goes into the corner. Just by the window there, like that. Then we have, suspiciously looks like a Lego duck toy here. So you put a paddle piece into a 1x1 with studs all the way around. Semicircle tile on this side. We have a blue upward facing bracket, which I can't see. Oh, it's in navy colour. And we've got a cheese wedge going at the front too. And a medium nugget 1x2 with a clip. And another clip this way. Then we'll flip this over, and then in the paddle we're going to stick a blue piece in here. We've got some green to the wings of the duck, and then we can stick some wheels on. What do you reckon? Does that look like the Lego duck? Going onto the carpenter's desk. So it looks like this, and it says, "It looks like the carpenter is working on a secret project. Do you recognise it?" I think it's the Lego duck, which I bought from Lego House ages ago, and I still haven't streamed it because nobody wants to vote for me to build it. So it's still sat there in the box. So bag 14. We're doing good for time, so I'll do this bag and the next bag, I think, and finish for the day. The final part then for this build will be next weekend at the same time. Meanwhile, you can vote for the next one, as I said, over on the YouTube community tab. So next up we're going to build what I would say is probably the balcony for this part of the building. So we start with a 1x4 with studs on the side. Going to stick a white bracket, upward facing one, in the middle. And we've got these curved 1x2s going on the side. Goes in there, and then we're going to add these pill tiles on top. One there. This is going to go going on there. It's going on there, just sticking out there. Then we're going to build basically just a big massive wall here. So in dark tan, start with a 1x4. A 1x1 on there, and we'll have a 1x6, another 1x6 underneath, another one on top, another one underneath. Then we get a log brick, then an upward facing bracket piece, and we're going to stick a 1x1 plate on the bottom and on the top. Going to face inwards of the wall there like that. Then we'll run 1x6, a 1x6 and a 1x4. Then we're going to put a 1x1 on the end, a couple of 1x6s, a log brick, and we've got our bracket. And we'll stick 1x1 plates again on that. Oh no, I've done that wrong. None on the bottom, just on the top. Yowzers. Goes on there like that. Then we'll do another layer of bricks, 1x6, 4 ends, 1x6 in the middle. And then with that done, bring this back in, and this is just going to sit completely onto that section there. Then we've got dark bluish grey pieces, so we've got one of these pieces, a 1x3, 3 of these 1x3 hill shaped pieces. We also have 3 1x2 plates. We'll build like a hinge on this one, so we start with a 1x3 and a 1x2. 1x3 goes up here, 2 underneath, 3 on top, 1x2 is our hinge. It's going to go on the end here, followed by a 1x3 brick, and then our longer 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1x10 going across. That's what we've got so far. Next up, we get a 1x3 plate in reddish brown. Gonna add a reddish brown 1x1 tile. And we've got our T-shaped bracket again that goes in. And hold that, and then we get a 1x4 plate. And the dark orange 1x1 goes on. Reddish brown jumper tile. Dark red jumper tile. There's another dark orange goes on here. This goes in the back there. And stick another 1x3 plate on there. Then we have another 1x1 down here. We're going to stick some bright orange grill pieces up here. And then somewhere we've got a printed wooden tile there that goes on the front. This is like a stack of things, I think, that the wood the carpenter will use to build things, I'm guessing. It's against the wall there. Then we have a little flower in front of it, so we have a 2x2 round stud in the middle, stick a vase in there. This is going to have a shoot of a plant coming out of it there. This is going to go in front. We're going to build a dining table or workbench, I think. So we start with some 3x3s. Going to connect these together with a 1x6 tile. And we have a jumper tile going on here. 1x1. Another 1x1. And a 1x2. Then a 1x4, and then a 1x1 in this corner here. We've got another downward facing bracket that's going in this gap here. Then on this stud we're going to stick 2 trans clear 1x1 round plates top of each other like that, and then of course for the legs we'll stick the cones in the base. That goes in there. Then on here we're going to stick a downward facing 1x1 clip here. This is like a clamp type thing Then we'll stick a 1x1 round into that. And then we have a little propeller goes into that. So this is a wood workbench with a clamp on it, like that. Quite cool. Nice little build. And that's going to go into this. Whoa! As I just drop it all over the floor. Still all legs intact. This is going to go into this gap here by this window there, like that. Then we have an inverted 2x2 round yellow tile. We have another wood printed piece, another 1x1 round with a pin, and then we've got two 2x2 rounds as well. I'm going to stick one of these into this inverted piece, and our pin piece goes in, and we're going to add tile in again there. That makes a little stool that can go in front of our workbench, and then our wooden piece is actually going to, oh, how did I manage to do that? But the clip the wrong way round. Oh, that's annoying. Let's take that out again. I didn't even notice. Makes more sense now. It's got a clamp. Oh, clamp facing upwards. So then we can put the piece of wood in it. It looks like that. There you go. Then with that done, we're going to put actually a work in progress chair onto the table. So we start with this T-shaped bracket. We're going to stick a tile medium nugget in there, and we'll stick two dark red single brackets down here for the legs. Oh, it's these ones, put that the wrong way around. Then we're going to stick an inverted 2x2 round black piece here, and then to give us the back of the chair, we'll use this tile here. So we've got a chair that looks like this, and this is going to sit just behind our clamp piece onto the wet bench, like that. Then back to the building, we've got two of these 1x1x5s, got a couple of 1x2 sliders on. Add these to the tile to give us a side window here where these brackets were, and then these two go in here like this. Then we have a window piece with an insert. Going to add a 1x2 plate to the base of that in white. That's going to be our window going in there. Only small windows. And we've got a 2x2 white plate. Let's stick a 1x3 on it. We have a 1x2 jumper tile that goes on front. And then there's a weird piece, which is this piece, which looks like a pasty or a dumpling or something sat on the windowsill. Not sure that's just a piece of architectural detail above the window. It looks like that. Then for the other column of the window, going on the other side, we get a 1x1 here. We'll stick a 1x1 plate in, an upward facing bracket again, and a 1x1 plate. One by one brick, upward plate, 1x1 plate. Another brick here to level that off. Then we'll stick one more plate on top, and then we'll stick our 1x2s with sliders on, and a 1x4 tile again that we did on the other side. So it gives us something like this. This can then fit on the other side. of our window there to get it nicely in position. Then we need a wedge piece, a couple of 1x2s in dark tan, a white 1x2, and we have a white paddle piece as well. The paddle goes on our wedge piece, and that's going to go in this gap here, and then we stick white on top here, and need another white paddle piece here. It's going to go on the base. It's going to sit that way around on the other side too. So then we have the white pieces sticking out above the window either side. Then we get our wheel arch here from a car. That's going to go in the middle there, just above the window to give it a bit of detail. And then we'll start doing our usual tiling here. So we get a modified 1x4. Then we've got a couple of 1x3s. Ouch. Then we're looking for a semicircle one. And our larger 1x8 tile. 1x2. Modified. And then 2x3 tile finishes that side off there. And like all windows, we're going to put some foliage in here. So we want a leaf piece, going to stick a stick or a branch piece into that. Going to stick a green flower shooting out there. Goes into this side. Then we just put a normal flower on the other side. I'll show you this in a sec, it's a bit fiddly. And then we've got gold or yellow? I think these are tan coloured 1x1 rounds. They're going to go onto our paddle here at the top. So we end up with something that looks like that for our window. Then we have a yellow mug, a couple of 1x2s with studs on the side, 4 jumper tiles in reddish brown, and a printed 1x1 round with a clock on it. So we start with this 1x2, add the jumpers on the front studs and the top, and our watch clock goes on top of that. It's going to go over this side. Do the same again with this other 1x2, and then we're going to add the mug though this time onto this one. Goes on there, and there's a note here that says our carpenter bought this watch from the watchmaker who lives in the Lego Icons Tudor corner when he visited him to deliver a chair. Just tying the two sets together. With some storyline. We've got a pill-shaped tile that's going to go on this 1x2, with studs on the side. And that's going to sit at the front here. And then this 1x1x5 just sits in the back by that mug there as well. We put a little column here. So we've got a 1x2x3. We're going to add a double cheese wedge into these studs. And we have an upward facing bracket. A 1x1 plate next. And a 1x2 plate. 1x2 bit of studs. 1x1 here. Upward facing bracket. Then another 1x2, followed by another 1x2 with studs here. And with that in place, we can stick a 1x6 tile, like one, and we can stick these cheese wedges down here. Then we can stick this tile one of these cutaway tiles. Let's hide it under a stem, so that goes on top here. Put something like this, and then we're going to turn it around, and then on this side stick these 1x2s with sliders on, and a white tile for the windows again. So then this piece can hopefully slot into this 1x2 space here. And you can see how that does the corner of the building. It angles round again, and that's the end of bag 14. So our final bag for today, bag 15 of 24. Let's see if this finishes this level off, or whether we might still have another bag to do before this level finishes. But this is our last bag of today. So we're continuing to build out this side of the apartment, and we start with 1x4 with studs on the side. Get a 1x2 plate on top and an upward facing white bracket. Then we'll have a bit of curvature here with these curved bricks going underneath. Then we can stick a 1x2 tile in the middle here, and then on top we can stick a couple of pill pieces in. That's going to go into this gap over this side. Oh, also while I'm here, then we need a corner brick goes in here, and a 1x4 studs on the side in the middle there. And we're good to go. And we have another upward facing bracket and some more curved pieces. Couple of tile pieces too, and a 1x2. So we start with our bracket and stick our curved piece on there, and the 1x2. Oh, we need another curved piece. Sorry, another bracket piece. There's a wider window. Like this, and then this is going to go onto our studs here at the front. Give us some more bay windows. Then we've got some sand green windows. So we've got 5 of these taller ones and 5 smaller ones, and they've all got their inserts that need to go in. And these are going to run across this side. Good. Realise that that's one stud over too far then. Goes on there. All these down this side, and then we put the single ones in a row on top. one goes in here. So then we have these windows there. Then on that, where we've got all these brown pill-shaped things, we need to put some leaves on, more window boxes. So we've got 4 of these leaves, and we've got yellow flowers, pale yellow flowers going on these. One going in here. One in there. Put these in the right place, to be honest. I don't need to go over one. These in there. Then we get a couple of 1x3 plates. We've got blue flowers. And we've got a couple of green stems as well. We have a 1x1 with a tooth on, and 1x1 with white clips. Where are the clips? I can't see the clips. There's one. There's 2. So we start with 1x3s going by the end of the windows. Then our tooth pieces go in next. And our 1x1s with clips in next. And on the flowers, we're going to stick, actually need 4 of these stems, not 2. So he's going to run across here on our window. Oh, fiddly. What I'm doing, trying to set this into the base door. These go into the middle. But it's tricky with the spacing of this stuff. Oh, easy without the windows in place. So we've got these flowers running across the front there, eventually. Then we've got some arches to do now. So we have upward facing white brackets. Stick a white 1x1 behind that. Then we have our 1x1 plate. And we have another bracket going up, upward facing. Then we have an archway across the back. And we'll stick a couple of 1x1 plates into the back of this. Then we have a downward facing bracket. And then we'll stick our curved pieces into the back. So we need a 1x1 in the base. Then we need a 1x4. Stick another one at the top here. Then we found the 1x4. How does that work out? Oh, it does go at the top. Put that in the wrong place. One goes at the top. And our 1x4 goes on. So we end up with that curved end there. This is then going to go over this side of our window. Starts to give us a nice curved looking window there. And then we'll do the same now for the other side. It's slightly different. Start with a 1x1 plate there. The facing bracket. And we'll stick a 1x2 brick on. 1x1 in the base. Then a 1x1 plate. Another upward facing bracket. One plate at the back, and a 1x1 brick, with another plate. Then we'll put our curved archway in here. Then we have a 1x1 brick somewhere into the back here. Then we've got our slider pieces with our 1x4 white tile, and then this one will back over here into the windows as well for the other side. So there we go, that's what we've got going on there. Then we get two dark tan 1x2 plates, going to snap them together, and then we're going to stick a white paddle piece onto one side. That's going to go in here. Then we get two corner plates in white, a couple of 1x2 plates in white. We've got some more 1x1 teeth plates as well, and a 1x3 pill shaped piece goes on the ends. Then our corner plate goes on the side too. 1x2 here. And our two teeth pieces go in the middle. Go in the middle here. 1x2 there. Ooh. Then we have one of these archways, and we also have two corner plates. We're going to add these to each side like this, and then this is going to sit over in the middle here to give us this window that looks like this. Then we'll tile the top of this area up here. So we've got a 1x4, a couple of 1x6 tiles. We've got three pill shaped tiles, a couple of 1x1s. So we start with our pill shaped one here, and then we have a 1x1, then a 1x4 tile, 1x1 this side, 1x6, and some pill shaped ones each end here, and then a 1x6 to cover that over. Then we've got some more of these fancy vines actually going underneath into the clips that we stuck in earlier. Do this properly here. So then we've got these vine details underneath. How cool is that for the window details? And then we're going to add a window over here, as well as a tan coloured pill tile. Where are you? There it is. That's going on over here as well. Up there, sorry. Pop that out. Oh. It's on here actually. We get a 2x2 plate. We're going to add an inverted sloped piece here, followed by a jumper tile at the front, and a 1x1 plate at the back. Then we get a corner plate here, and we've got another one of those pasty type dumpling pieces here. Goes on there. And then this is going to go, I think, at the back here, followed by another 2x2 plate there. Maybe like that on there. Then we've got some tiles in tan. So we get a 2x4 there. 1x1 here, and then a 1x3 that finishes off that tiling on that side. Then we'll do a column now that's going to go in here for either side of our window, and for that we start with a corner plate, and we have an upward facing bracket, another 1x1 plate here, and an upward bracket again, the other end. Then we have a corner brick. I need a corner plate. And we're going to repeat our brackets here. Then another corner brick. We finish with a 2x2 plate here. And then on this side we'll stick our 1x2 sliders on, and our white tile goes on. So this is what we've ended up with. Then on this side we do the same with the sliders. And the tile. That going on there. This is going to go into this quarter place there like that. So it looks like this to frame our windows up. And then we have one of these wider windows here that open top ways. It's going to go onto a 1x4 plate. It's going to go into our window here. Hopefully, if I can squeeze it in. Going in with the pills, I think. That's it. That's in there. Now the window's in there like that. Then on top of the window, I'll stick a 2x4 white jumper at the front here. Stick a 1x1 plate on white either side. And again, our little dumpling pasty piece. If I can find one. There it is. It's going to go onto our jumper tile. and that goes on top there. Then we get a 1x1 and a 1x8 plate. And 1x1 goes here, and we'll run our 1x8 plate across the back there. A couple of 1x2 plates in tan, and a 1x3, and then we get 3 paddles in whites. Going to add one of the paddles to the 1x3. It's going to sit on here. 1x2 goes out there. Put the paddle on. Same on this one. Then we've got our wheel arch here, 1x4, 1x2, 1x4 plate, and we have a wedge as well. The wedge is going to go in here. The wheel arch is going to go over this small window this side. 1x4 at the back here, 1x2 at the front, and then our 1x4 plate at the back. We then have a hinge piece, dark tan tile here, 1x1 and a cutaway tile. Cutaway tile goes in here with a 1x2 tile, and this is where our hinge is going to connect to strengthen the connection there, and then a 1x1 at the back. So that's how that's building up. Then we've got some white wedges, 2x2, and 3 1x1 plates in whites. So the white wedges are going in here, facing each other. Our 2x2s here, and we'll fill in the gaps here with these 1x1s. Then we have the wheel arch again. This time we're going to add some curved pieces either side of it, like this, and this is going to go over this window here, gives us a window like this. And we're almost done, just got to tile the rest of it now. So get all our tiles out. And then we'll tile here, which starts with a corner tile. These ones here. And then this one here. And then again, with the windows in the front, we have some foliage. So we've got 3 leaves, 2 green flowers, and then we have 4 tan coloured 1x1 round plates, which go into our paddles. Our green leaves in here. Very tricky to get into these angled pieces like that. That's how our windows looking there with some foliage on. And that's it actually. we can put that into position. So that's that level done. It's been back in our original level. We can now stick that together, like this, and then we can go to the wide camera first. Fill fit here. That's it all added up together. It's quite good on the outside. I'm totally impressed with the inside, to be honest, but I feel like I could have put a bit more detail so far. But it's looking quite vibrant on the outside. If we go to the main camera, go to the main camera from a distance, you can see it here. Then if I just zoom in a bit, you can see how that's coming together. At the end of bag 15, we've done the two levels, and just so you can see the back as well. There's still some detail at the back, not as much, of course. You've still got a drain pipe and some foliage going there in a bird box, but most of it's sat at the front so far. So there we go. So that's where we're going to end today, up to bag 15 all complete. So you can join me next time when we'll kick off from bag 16 and move through to bag 24 to finish off this set. And then, like I said earlier, just head over to YouTube and to the community tab if you want to vote on what we do next. At the moment, I've put on there the gizmo, which we've got the Brick Link Designer Program Transylvanian Castle, which looks quite cool, so that'd be a good one to build. We've got the Goonies set, and we've got the Black Pearl as well. So have a vote on those and tell me which ones you fancy streaming next. If you enjoyed this stream as well, always hit that like button as well, so I know you enjoy it. And if you haven't subscribed, why not subscribe as well while you're at it, just so you get alerted for our next streams coming up. I've already posted the third and final stream on the channel, so hit that notify button if you want to be alerted when we go live next Sunday. That's at 2 PM Greenwich Mean Time, so you can join me there when we finish off this shopping street. So until then, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.